High tea. The night we invite Bree and W.B. Yeats to tea, we know W.B. will love this hocus pocus. We ceremoniously set 4 places at the table. For the 4 elements plus spirit, ritually light 5 candles. Prefer not to read tea leaves later, so set out bagged passion peach for Joanne, apple cinnamon for me, lemon zinger for Bree, Earl Grey for W.B. Boil water with a short prayer, then evocation. Invite these muses in, ancient goddess of poets, the Irish bard himself. The honey-mouthed goddess, she who grants love and creative inspiration, takes 2 sugars. The legendary poet, more skeptical of this first meeting with the new American bard and young wife, a soulful sprite, waves it off. We, dieting, settle for just 1 sugar each. In candlelight, steam arises from cups, whirls in air like spirits stirring. W.B., for so long bypassed by grim horsemen in places of cold stone asides, is especially warmed and cheered by the grey. Although he thinks aloud, perhaps does not know that we can hear, he avoids the rudeness that all too often is typical of a poet of his exalted reputation. Wistful, however, because we have not thought to lay out scones, too. The well-sweetened goddess to his right, mostly quiet this night. Even so, the candle to her right burns brightest, stretches its yearning fire tongue deepest into our darkness, as if the same bright flame that burst from her forehead at birth, reached from the other world to earth, is rekindled here between a photo of Rilke and another in a similar pose of me years ago. W.B. remarks upon the strange similitude of a pair of drawings, too. The first by Blake, a bright rendering of a young man in the dance of Albion. The other, an exuberant sketch of my own nude self-dramatizing inner child. Both wild, leaping for joy, arms and legs thrown wide. No one wails or knocks on the table. No spirit elevates anything. We hearken to no banshee. Our tea tempers rapidly, as if otherworldly guests have brought some new condition of air into the room. On the stereo, Sinead sings Molly Maguire, echoes the fishmonger's high, long-dead cry. Alive, alive, oh. The bard listens hard, asks where that music comes from. It is a CD, I explain, a new sort of gramophone disc. He speaks softly, out of breath, into depths, the darkness of his long-brewed tea. We cannot make out his answer. Note happily, though, that long repose wonderfully restores his youthful looks. We turn to his books this night, read aloud from a compilation some of what he still has to say to us. Give breath to his enduring words in a dialogue of self and soul. Easter 1916, death, and other things he made of air that still sigh through us. In one, the poet-magician declares from the grave, only the dead can be forgiven. Another, an affirmation of reincarnation, proclaims, he knows death to the bone. Man has created death. So long after, to feel the renewed longings for air of this frater demon est dies inversus takes our breath away. And once I think I even hear him sneeze. Homage, often sickly in life, it's true. But in the afterlife, one hopes for the reconciliation of opposites, an end to the old habits of infirmity. Then again, nothing ever meets our standard, proves as perfect as any of us may hope or dream. No one ever as tall as his shadow upon the wall. Not even on this night, when the patroness of poetry and the great poet rise with Joanne and me to rattle bone china. Bree and WB, venerable shades that flicker, loom large, overshadow us at this, our first full moon tea.